Guys, what I'm really looking for, and you know, I have to be real picky now, but what I really want to find is the Elijah Craig C923, and man, if I can find that, that would be great. Or even the Larceny C923, that would be great as well. Hey guys, I'm in the little town of Clifton Forge, Virginia, and sometimes when you go to these out of the way Virginia ABC stores, you may find something that the other ABC stores don't have, but we don't know, so we're gonna go check it out. I'm good. How are you?
Good.
I'm just seeing if y'all have something here that we don't have in Roanoke. Number 9 Reserve. This is good stuff, and that's a very good price. This is good stuff. I've got that bottle. That's excellent. And a really good price. All right, I'm gonna pick up the Maker's Mark. All right, guys, so I picked up this Maker's Mark private selection. It's a Virginia ABC store pick, and it's called the Cocktail Profile. So 109 proof, and it looks very interesting. Maker's Mark always comes out with some pretty cool stuff, so we'll be trying that on a live stream pretty soon. Guys, what I'm really looking for, and you know, I have to be real picky now, but what I really want to find is the Elijah Craig C923, and man, if I can find that, that would be great. Or even the Larceny C923, that would be great as well. All right, we're gonna go to this next little ABC store here in Covington. It's not too far from Clifton Forge, but I was really impressed with the Clifton Forge store. They had a couple of bottles left over from the drop that they had this past Saturday, and so some good Virginia store ABC picks. So we'll see what this little Covington store has. We're going into the Virginia ABC store right here in Covington.
Put it back over here.
Bourbon and French oak. $23-year Crown Golden Apple. If people are not from Virginia, they need to drive to get those, because that's actually good stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not a big Jack Daniels fan either, but let's see what else they got.
And there's a lot just mixed in on the top shelf there that it's all regular products for us, but it's a lot of people like them, and some of them people say they can't find where they come from.
Mm-hmm. Huh. Tarnished Truth Discretion. That's a Virginia
It is.
whiskey. That's interesting. I like that bottle. Okay, so he had some good stuff in there, but nothing that I really can't get at any Virginia ABC store down the street, and the prices are always pretty much the same. So there, what I did see was this Discretion by Tarnished Truth. I was gonna buy that, but I'm gonna wait because it'll be there, and when I get home from Vegas soon. Okay, we're back here at the Louis, or the Greenbrier Valley liquor store. here in White Sulphur Springs. We're gonna go in. I've been in here with Tina, and I've come in by a few times by myself, and but we're gonna go see what they got. Hey, hey. Ragged Branch Double Oak, bottled and bond. That's very interesting. Here's something I have not seen before. Oh, this is from the Bullet Distillery in West Virginia. Aged 6 years in oak barrels, Piney Creek Bourbon Whiskey. So I ended up, let me show you what I got. I'm pretty happy about this. Really cool label, Piney Creek Bourbon Whiskey. It says proofed with West Virginia karst water. So they put some water in there to cut the cask strength down, and it's really cool. I love the picture, and so it's awesome to pick up another West Virginia bottle. So I'm anxious to try this, and let's get on the road because I got to go to Bigfoot territory next. There is one more bourbon place to check out. Just when I pulled up here and I'm getting ready to walk through this bridge, I heard a big knock. So as I'm stopped here at this Hearns covered bridge, I thought I would tell you a little bit about Billy Humphreys. Billy Humphreys is from Denise, West Virginia. And his wife, Sheena, both saw this Bigfoot in Fayette County. Now, Billy Humphreys will tell you that he did not believe that Bigfoot existed. I know people like that. I know YouTubers like that they just completely deny the existence of Bigfoot because, you know, they never seen one. They don't really go out in the woods, so they don't really know, but they make that conclusion and they stick with it. There's a lot of people that like that. Well, Billy Humphreys was kind of like that. He did not believe in Bigfoot, and he said, I 100% did not believe in Bigfoot. And he thought, he says, that people that did believe in Bigfoot were just crazy. That's what he thought. Now, Billy, upstanding guy. I mean, he's ex-Marine and loved to hunt. He had set up a blind and hunting blind, and so he would go out there and hunt all the time. Now, Billy had set up in his blind, he'd set some food out to sort of attract the animals, the game, and so he set it out, and he did it for a couple nights, but when he came to check on it a few hours later, all the food was gone, all of it. So he's like, what in the heck? He's like, he couldn't understand, but he knew he had, you know, bear on the property, deer, raccoon, all that. So he figured he would, he's like, I can't figure this out, so I'm gonna go see if I can, you know, figure out who's doing all this. So he went out to his blind and he spent a couple of nights out there trying to figure out what was stealing the game food. Now, Billy said, you know, spending nights out in the woods in West Virginia can be scary sometimes, and having grown up myself, living in the woods in West Virginia and camping and hiking and all that kind of stuff, yeah, it can be pretty scary. There's a lot of noises, you know, but to me, the scariest thing is when you don't hear any noises. That's when it gets a little creepy. During the night, he texted his wife, Billy texted Sheena, and he said, something's really not right. It got really quiet up here and nothing is moving. And then he texted her, he said, something heavy is moving behind the blind. So he could feel the heavy footsteps. You can feel the heavy footsteps. So Billy then said, whatever it was that was behind the blind then suddenly moved to the right of the blind. And he said he had a light up on a tree or a pole or something about 9 feet off the ground. He said, so whatever walked in front of that light cast a huge shadow. So Billy, he just told himself, well, it probably was just a really large bear. Even though he kind of knew that, you know, this thing had to be really, really big, and that the woods got really, really quiet and still. So the second night, same thing happened. He put food out, it disappeared. On the third night, he got his wife to go with him. She liked to hunt too, I think. I'm not sure, but she went with him. And I'll tell you a little bit more about Sheena, because she had some experiences in the area with Bigfoot prior to this. So they went out the third evening, they set up and they're getting ready, trying to get comfortable, and Billy told her, said, we'll just wait, see what happens here, we'll see if we see something. And about 15 minutes, you know, Billy's looking down and Sheena goes, there he is, meaning she sees the Bigfoot. And Billy says, there, who is? She goes, Bigfoot, right there. Billy was able to sit up, snap a quick photo of the Bigfoot standing beside a tree on the tree line. On the other side of the tree line, it's like slopes down, so it's hard to judge what size it is. I'll give you the link to West Virginia Explorer. They have pictures on their website. After Billy took the picture, in that split second, the Bigfoot then turned and walked away through a laurel thicket, and they could hear him moving, and then they heard him make this huge roar, kind of like the sounds that I heard in the Pocahontas campground, like ooh, like it almost sounds like something's in pain. It's indescribable. If you haven't heard it, it sounds like nothing. It's not a coyote. It's not a wolf. It's not anything that I've ever encountered. And Billy felt the same. Plus, he saw this Bigfoot and snapped the photo. What he saw shook him up. He did not return to that blind for a month. Billy, when he did return, he said his blind was shredded. He also added, it was shredded, but not like a bear would shred something looking for food. It was like it was, you know, ripped apart in pieces, like angrily probably. As I was telling you earlier, Sheena had seen a Bigfoot when she was about 16 or 17. Just, she said, just past Babcock State Park. She and her mother were driving, and she said she looked over, and there he was, just standing right beside the road. So she begged her mom to turn around because she saw him. She says, turn around, I saw a Bigfoot standing there. And she turned around, mom finally turned around, and they went back, and of course by that time he had already gone. The other time she saw Bigfoot, she was driving, she said she was like 29 or 30, and she was on Wayland Mountain Road, and she got near the supply company, and there she saw a Bigfoot. And she said just as she was approaching, two motorcycles came the other way. She said must have scared him off, and he turned, went easily across the creek and went on up the mountain. Sheena said that the first Bigfoot she saw was more like a reddish brown, and the other one was more of a lighter brown, almost like a deer color. So anyway, I'm gonna go on up to another liquor store. I hope you enjoyed that story. It's crazy. There have been other sightings here in this area. All right, heading to one of my favorite liquor stores.
Scan.
I just picked that up.
Yeah, I'm 50 years old.
Not too long ago.
I appreciate it. What are you doing, Kenny? Thank you.
Got that?
I appreciate it.
Not tried that, I don't think.
Barely. I appreciate you.
Alright guys, I got Whistle Pig.
That one.
309, 200 for that, 161, It's actually a good price on that 10-year, 112.
Yeah, I'm going to ask you for a credit card. No, I'm good. Yeah, thank you. I'll see you, Kevin.
They always have such a great selection here. You got your new riff. Here's the
I'm waiting on a phone call. How do you do?
aha. This was old Overholt, which was the whiskey that I drank in Prescott at the Palace. I think it's called the Palace Saloon in Prescott. And here's a bottled in bond straight white whiskey. It's $27. The regular one is $24, which is pretty darn good. I'm gonna get this. Have not seen that anywhere but here, so that's cool. Guys, this place is so good, it's got good stuff on the bottom shelf. Alright guys, so come out there, some two pretty good cheap bottles that I just wanted to have, so I'll show you in just a second. So the first thing I got was Big and Rich's, well, I'm sorry, it's John Rich's Redneck Riviera whiskey, and I have tried this. I tried it at the Beer, Bourbon, and Barbecue Festival. It's a $20 whiskey. You can find it anywhere from $20 to $23 or $4. It's actually pretty darn good for that cheap. And this little package has the whiskey plus 2 mason jars, you know, because if you're redneck, you're drinking your whiskey out of a mason jar, right? So here you go. So check that out. I don't know if it's got an awful glare. I'll just rip this open. We got the whiskey, Redneck Riviera, and you get 2 of these little Redneck Riviera mason jars. That's pretty cool. So hey, why not? For $2 I could get the bottle for $19.99, or I can get that for $21.99. So what the heck, $2? I got 2 little mason jars. The other thing I got was the old Overholt. This is bottled in bond, and the reason I'm buying this because I just tried that. This was supposed to be the recipe that Doc Holliday drank when he was in the Palace saloon back in Prescott, Arizona. Rye whiskey was the thing back in the day, and so I just think that's really cool that this is the whiskey that the recipe, Old Overholt, the recipe that Doc Holliday and probably Wyatt Earp and Virgil and everybody else back in those days would drink this. Okay guys, that's a wrap. I got like about 4 bottles. That wasn't bad. That's not a bad day. And then told you a nice Bigfoot story, which is pretty cool. I'll put the links. I would love to interview Billy Humphrey. I don't know if he'll ever watch my video, but if he does, I hope he reaches out, and I'll would love to interview him. I'll come out to his place and interview him, and we'll talk Bigfoot and compare our sightings. That would be fun. So, and also, you know, anytime you guys, I know there's a lot of people out there, you can email me. My email's in the description, but I'll put it up right here so you can see it. If you have a story that, you know, you want to tell, but you want to but not tell, you know, me to tell your name on the air, I'll talk about it on the air, on a live stream or something. But just, you know, just make sure that you know, I could call you and talk to you, make sure, because there's so many people that just are hoaxsters and things like that. So, but there's also so many much more honest people. I would say 99% of the people are that, you know, have had incidents are just upright people, just normal people, and they want to get it off their chest, tell their story. So just want to tell you, I'm here for you. If you want to share your story, I'd love to tell the people about it. I've done that on a couple of occasions, and so just reach out to me, and we'll go from there. But right now, like and subscribe. I would appreciate you considering becoming a Patreon member, which really helps. And any Patreon that signs up at the Frontiersman level, I think it is, it's like $9. After 2 months, I'll send you a Glencairn glass, Frontiersman Adventure glass. After 3 months, I'll send you a t-shirt. So that's cool. And then you can always sign up as a YouTube member, and that's very appreciative too. Talk to you soon. Thanks for watching. Keep it squatchy.